Hi everyone, Sixthany Boy Tano here, the internet's busiest music nerd. I hope you are doing well. We're going to go over a bunch of tracks that have dropped this past week or so and give y'all a weekly track roundup. My thoughts on, all the songs that are linked down below, whether I loved them or hated them. Check them out for yourself. We also have down in the description box our Turntable Lab link. If you want to grab some vinyl, a turntable, any kind of equipment or whatever that they have over there, we get kickback from it. Helps out the channel. Helps out all that stuff. We would greatly appreciate it. Also, our Patreon page, where you can get some extra bonus monthly content. Also, access to our Discord community is available over there. And also linked down below, we have a new Shorts channel where all of our, IG Reels and TikTok content sort of crops up. I'm sure you guys have seen a lot of the YouTube Shorts, floating around when you search things or suggested things and so on and so forth. Well, yeah, I mean, we're pretty much uploading that content over here on YouTube now. That channel is linked down below if you wanted to subscribe and see that content over here on the YouTube platform. Worst tracks of the week. We have a couple. We have a few starting off with Charlie Puth, new record out now. The song Loser from it seems to be popping off a little bit. Do not really care for the insipid singing and lyrics on this track. I'm a loser. Why'd I have to go a loser? Oh my God, jeez. I'm just really not feeling it. This is just so painfully corny and sad, and not in the way that Charlie wants you to feel sad listening to the song. Sad in a other very profound way that is quite unflattering in my view. We also have one from the band Måneskin, The Loneliest, very drab little piano ballad on this one. Nothing really all that special, just very basic chord progression, very basic lead vocals, really trying to tug at your heartstrings, but not really giving much of a reason for those strings to feel tugged in any way whatsoever. So, moving on. All right, we have the tracks that I'm kind of not crazy about, but still wanted to give them a shout. You might enjoy them more than me. They are as follows. We have one from Wiki right now, featuring Subjxct 5 on the track. The Fonz is the song. It's a nice, thoughtful, lyrical piece of jazz rap. Very chill, very smooth. Not a whole lot of peaks and valleys, just kind of has a bit of a nice, easygoing vibe to it. Was hoping for a bit more texture or some standout bars or some more focus, but still, it's not a bad cut all around. We have the song Closer from the band Sorry. Their new record is out now. If you're looking for a very melancholic piece of indie rock, I think you'll get quite a bit out of this one. Check out the band, check out the new record. Look them up, look them up, look them up. We have some extra from Sharon Van Etten over here. Never Gonna Change is the track, and yeah, it's quite heavy, it's quite dense, it's quite psychedelic in a way. It's like kind of falling down an abyss or a very dark emotional cavern of sorts. I wish it didn't so much feel like just like one singular linear kind of build up without any kind of change and variation along the way, but still it's got some very intense walls of a sound to it that I think are quite interesting, and also make sure to check out her new record as well that dropped recently. We also have
Takeoff
and Quavo, who have come together with NBA YoungBoy on this, YoungBoy Never Broke Again, on this track To the Bone. And I don't know why Takeoff sounds like he's recording from just like an iPhone voice memo and then sort of handed it in that way. And I don't know why, the song is so damn long-winded, but I will say the chorus is there. The YoungBoy performance is pretty strong. There are some things about the track that I do like and I do appreciate. And the record that this track is off of is out now. If you guys were looking to hear it with its front cover that pretty much seems like an Outkast ripoff, while the title is a Raekwon ripoff, and guaranteed this record is nowhere near as good as either of those. So. We also have a new one from Lil Ugly Mane over here. He continues down it's a bit of a slacker lo-fi indie rock rabbit hole. It's not the most, textured or interesting stuff in this style that I've heard, but it does certainly play to Ugly Mane's versatility. Easy Prey is the name of the track. It's not too bad. And we also have one from G Herbo over here. features Jeremih on the track as well, and Flashbacks is the title of it. It's got some really impassioned verses from Herbo, and then there's a bit of a cool flashing lights tie-in instrumentally on the track at one point that's kind of cool. It's got, you know, a nice little build to it, and some cool references and everything. Maybe a little washed out. Not super crazy about the buttery chorus, but it's still got some interesting moments for sure. And a new one from Bicep as well, whose vocal tie-in from Clara Lasan, I'm not super crazy about. It's not the boldest, but the beat does go off. I will say that much. And yeah, we're moving on to the best tracks of the week, the best ones, the ones that stood out to me the most. We have a new one from Open Mike Eagle, still riffed on the track. Video Dave on the track. Circuit City, beat by Madlib. Great instrumental, great flows, great verses all around, strong from front to back, very fun, very quirky, very animated, very creative, and quite cheeky in left field, just as we know and love Mike Eagle to be. Killed it. Awesome track. We also have a new one from Liturgy, which, yes, still one of the most cutting-edge projects in metal music today, being proven with this massive 14-minute cut over here, 93696. It's got multiple amazing phases to it, guitar layers, great drumming. It's quite epic. It's quite heavy. New record on the way. It's looking like it's going to be a long one, a huge one, a gigantic one. And as somebody who has been a longtime fan of this project, I don't know what more I could want other than a really fucking epic Liturgy album. We have a Jordana with SYT. Haven't previously been a giant Jordana fan, but this little synth pop cut over here is a strong one. Just like really great, bright, fantastic, just delicious production. Solid song at the core of it too. Good vocal performance. Liking this one a lot. Respect on this one. We also have Gene Dawson over here. New record is out now. This track over here features Earl Sweatshirt. And it seems like one of a few tracks so far that I'm hearing as far as previews that are like going in more of a folk direction. This one does have kind of an indie folk, angle to it, but it's like that alternative and slight, kind of hip-hop influence to Gene's music is being infused here in kind of a unique way to where it's allowing him to kind of twist the style into something that feels more unique to him. I like the Earl contribution quite a bit, liking the energy and vocals on the track and the guitar work too. And remember, Gene Dawson, new record, this is out now, so look it up. Look up this track and look up the whole project. We have this new track from Jazmine Sullivan, Stand Up, from the original motion picture Till. Jazmine Sullivan, we know that she's a great singer, fantastic energy, range, and performance style. Of course, she's going to sound amazing over some classic soul instrumentation, and that's essentially what we get here. Totally rules, totally passionate, totally great. Classy as hell. We have a new one over here from Jamila Woods. Boundaries is the title. I'm really impressed with the lyrics on this track because it does sort of go into the idea of boundaries relationship-wise in a very creative, kind of way. Loving the writing, loving the energy, loving the guitar work, loving the tune. Just good track all around. But again, especially pay attention to the lyrics. Quite interesting angle coming through on the lyrics. We have another taste of the very soon coming new King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard record. This one over here, Iron Lung, is a very groovy and intense psychedelic rock cut. A bit of a jam, but multiple amazing phases on this one, some of which are very colorful, some of which are very intense and kind of chaotic, especially on the vocal end. So I'm really looking forward to hearing the band let loose in a wild way on this next LP for sure. We have a new one over here from Fever Ray. They have come through with a new track, which is quite dark and reminding me of some of the stuff off the debut, which is very exciting to me. I love that Fever Ray debut. The follow-up I was not as crazy about, but the debut I think is fire. And yeah, this is reminding me of some of the very dark kind of dystopian stuff from the debut. Not quite exactly in the same realm, but going, a little further in that direction, but still in a refreshing place. And yeah, more androgynous on the vocal end, kind of heavier on the rhythms, and a bit more ominous in some respects, but still a kick-ass track. And we have a new one from Rae Jepsen, I can't talk, I'm sick, I'm sorry. Rufus Wainwright in the mix on this one. The Loneliest Time is the title of the track. Good vocal chemistry on this track, good song. It's got a great backing disco beat and instrumental palette to it that is very classy, very beautiful, very nice. Digging this one a lot. This one kicks ass. And that has been the weekly track roundup, everybody. Hopefully you got some good recommendations out of this video. And I will see you in the next one. Hopefully with a less sick little face area. So, Anthony Fantano, weekly tracks forever.